Let's talk about how I spent $2,000 on board games in just the past 2 weeks. This is as of Thursday, July 13th, by the way. First of all, let me tell you why I spent $2,000 on board games. I'm Daniel Rains. I'm from Gaming Caravan. If you hear any weird noises, sorry about that. It's because of my cat. What Gaming Caravan is, we are tabletop marketers and we run events in Central Florida. We build communities, and on top of that, we get more eyes, hands, ears on upcoming games, release games, Kickstarter games, whatever you need us to. That's what we're here for. It's pretty cool. If you have a game or you're a publisher, you want to get in contact with us about how we can market it, go to the description below. We'll contact you. You can contact us. Let me know. So, because of the events we do, we have to have a really well-cultivated library. We have over 250 games, we had over 200 games. Now we have significantly more games. Let's talk about why. July 1st, we ran our first convention. It had a good amount of people, one of the best turnouts, actually the best turnout we've ever had. We opened up one of our venues. It was fantastic. It went great. If you're in the Central Florida area, definitely go to the description, go to our Facebook group or our website, join our newsletter so you know when we do our next event. But July 1st was coming up, and one of the people that went to our events before, we bought some other games from before. He goes, hey, I'm getting rid of a lot of my collection. Here's 20 games. Let me know if what you can do for this. I look at the value. It's like a $1,100 value for 20 games. Stardew Valley was in there, which, as you guys know, fantastic. A lot of these games were new and shrink. Like Galaxy Trucker, the Galaxy Trucker expansion, stuff like that. So I'm like, honestly, I know it's worth $450. I can't do that personally. The best I can do is $300. I'm like, let me know, I'll pick it up today. He thought about it, he let me know. I went over that day, I picked it up, it was fantastic. Got 20 games that way, so already $300 in, 20 games in. Now, at the event, we had these board game vendors, right? Specifically this one vendor, I told her to bring as many games as you want. We'll give you like 3 tables to set them up. She brings like 100 board games easily, right? Now, they're not crazy board games. They're like Commotion, Apples to Apples, Trivial Pursuit, stuff like that. And after 2 hours of vending, she's like, hey, what can you do on these games? We end up getting 50 games at $3 per game, so it's $150 right there. But boom, 50 more games. Now, probably half of them are gonna be given away. And it all cultivates into the July 1st weekend, which is Dice Tower East. Now, if you guys don't know what Dice Tower East is, one of the biggest, if not the biggest board game channel out there, Dice Tower East, is run by Tom Vasel, and he runs in the first week of July every single year for the past few years now. Dice Tower East, which is a convention in Orlando, Florida area, and it's fantastic. They have thousands of games, they have thousands of people that show up. It's a great convention, they sell out. It's a beautiful site. I found out apparently this guy, Tom Vasel, sells new and shrink games, barely touched games, like great types of games for incredibly cheap. Now, I'm looking for some expensive games for our collection. As I said, I don't have too much of a budget to play with at this point. We already spent like $2,000 to get the 200 games that we had, which is great. We had some amazing games from that, like Bloodborne, Dark Souls, Ticket to Ride, all that good stuff, brand new. But we need some more like Nemesis. That's like a $200 game right there easily. Even with Nemesis Lockdown, that's like another $100, $150, something like that. So I get there, the flea market opens at 7, I get there at 4 a.m. I'm only the 5th person in line, dude. It's crazy. These people are crazy. I love seeing it. I love experiencing that. It was a great time. Doors open at 7. I grab a ton of games, right? You can see some of the ones I'm talking about right here. The value of them is absurd. I only got like 6 games. The total was $260 or $250, but regardless, each game's $150 to $250 worth of game. It's fantastic. And then I'm like, you know what? I have a booth at the flea market tomorrow. I show up at 7 o'clock for the flea market. The line's super long, so I did not think it was gonna be that good of a flea market. It was a crazy good flea market. I see the first stretch of Marvel United with the great new and shrink games, Guardians of the Galaxy Remake, Infinity Gauntlet. All this stuff is new and shrink. It's crazy. It's fantastic. Exactly what we wanted to look for. As with the X-Men Marvel United, half of that Kickstarter, but mainly with all the promos, first class, stuff like that, new and shrink. This is stupid worth it. And the playmat's $80 right now, the original playmat. I got it all for $300. So the value of that, again, insane, and also we're selling like 3 of the games already, and we made back to $300, so now the rest of the games are like free. And we're giving away a ton of them. If you want to join our giveaways, go to the description of this video below, fill out the giveaway form, and you'll be entered into our monthly giveaway where we give away free board games at the end of every single month. Make sure to subscribe to find out if you win. At that flea market, I also found Nemesis for $75, which is crazy cheap, and I also found 2 copies of Shovel Knight. This is $150 game. We got both copies of Shovel Knight for only $100 total. I say, hey, if you're free, let me do a deal with you for the games you don't sell at this event. And then we start texting. He's like, I'll do you one better. Come by next week or before any day before the 30th of July and look through our games. I'll give you a great deal. So I go over. That brings us to Thursday, July 13th, right? So I'm there. I drive 90 minutes down over there, make it a whole day. I'm like, worst case, I just waste 3 hours of my life. Not a big deal. I have enough games. I don't spend that much more money. And I'm looking through this collection. I'm like, this is okay. This is okay. Send pictures to my friends or have been in the board game collection hobby a lot longer than I have. And turns out there's some bangers in there. I grab some. I start pulling. The main thing I see, 3 copies of Frosthaven. So I get a ton of games, like brand new distilled in shrink. We got 3 copies of Frosthaven. We got Castle Panic Deluxe, Her Story, Nemesis expansions, the Kickstarter exclusive version of Moonrakers. Bro, these games are crazy expensive. All of them. 40 games, $900. Now again, 3 copies of Frosthaven. Those go for $250 right now alone. That's $750 if we were doing that wholesale value right there. This would, I did the math, it was over $1,600 value lot. We got it for $900. Super worth it for us. We're also giving away a lot of those games. Go to the description of the video below again to join the giveaway. So, I hope I described it properly, but I did write down the numbers. We spent a total of $2,115 on board games. So we spent over $2,000, right? But from all those games, we got 110 games. Now, granted, 40 of them are just like general games. General, Apples to Apples, Wheel of Fortune, Channel Surfing, Monkey Lab, Claim to Fame. Very general, oldish games. The rest of them are pristine, brand new, expensive games that we're either giving away and our giveaways or keeping for a board game library. I'll keep you updated as we cultivate the collection. But guys, I'm excited. This is awesome. Like, if you're in the Central Florida area, you want to join a board game community, go to the Facebook group in the description of the video. I hope to see you guys there. That's everything for today. If you want to see more information about the flea market, stuff like that, make sure to subscribe. Click my videos around here to find out exactly more information about what we do, who we are, and why you should care about us. Peace out. God bless. Have a great day, guys. I'll catch you guys later. Kitty. Hi, kitty. Oh, sorry.